everyday supercars. Cars with 600 horsepower that can also do a Costco run. Most of them are lying to you. Some of them actually deliver. Let's rank them. S tier to F tier. No mercy. Let's go. First up, the Porsche 911 Turbo S. And look, I know what you're thinking. That's the obvious pick. Yeah, it's obvious because it's correct. This is a 640 horsepower all-wheel drive missile that does 0 to 60 in about 2.5 seconds. And yet, it will happily crawl through traffic like a Camry. The visibility is great. The seats don't destroy your spine. It has back seats, tiny ones, but they exist, which means you can throw a backpack or a small child back there. It starts every single time. Porsche reliability is legitimately good for this segment. The front axle lift means you're not wincing at every driveway. The only complaints: it's a little clinical, a little too perfect, and everyone at your golf club has one. But we're ranking everyday usability, not personality. S tier. Not even a debate. The 911 Turbo S is the answer to this entire video, and everything after this is just arguing about second place. Next, the Audi R8 V10. Rest in peace, by the way. They killed it, but you can still buy one, and you should think about it, because this thing is the friendliest mid-engine supercar ever made. Naturally aspirated V10 that revs to 8.7 sounds like a Lamborghini because it basically is one, but wrapped in a body with Audi ergonomics. The cabin is normal. The infotainment makes sense. The ride is genuinely comfortable in the softer settings. The R8 was famous for being the supercar people actually drove. High mileage R8s exist everywhere, and that tells you something. Downsides? The frunk is a joke. You can fit a duffel bag and your dignity. That's it. And the newer ones lost the manual, which hurts the soul, but honestly helps the daily case. A tier. High A tier. If it had actual luggage space, it's S. Now the McLaren 720S. Oh boy, here's where it gets spicy. On paper, this should be top 3. The visibility is incredible. That glass canopy design means you can actually see out of it, which is rare for mid-engine stuff. The hydraulic suspension is witchcraft. It rides better than some luxury sedans. I'm not exaggerating. It's stupid fast. Like, embarrass anything fast. So why isn't it S tier? Because it's a McLaren. The electronics gremlins are real. Door seals, sensors, random warning lights that appear like uninvited guests. When it works, it's a top 2 everyday supercar. The problem is the word when. B tier. And it hurts me to say it, because dynamically, this car deserves better. Buy one with a warranty. A long one. The Lamborghini Huracan. Here's the thing about the Huracan. It's an R8 in a Halloween costume. Same V10, same basic bones, but everything is angrier. The seating position is lower. The visibility is worse. The ride is stiffer. And everyone will look at you. If you daily a Huracan, you are choosing to be perceived at all times. Gas station, conversation, school pickup, conversation. Some people love that. Some people would rather be invisible on a Tuesday. Mechanically, it's actually pretty solid, again, because Audi money built it. But the driving position, the nose clearance anxiety, and the sheer attention tax knock it down. B tier. Incredible car. Exhausting daily. Ferrari Roma. Ferrari finally made a car for people who want a Ferrari without the theater, and it's gorgeous. Front-engine V8, Grand Tourer proportions, back seats that technically exist. This is Ferrari's whole pitch. The everyday Ferrari. And it mostly works. It's comfortable, it's usable, the trunk is reasonable. So what's the problem? The touch controls. Ferrari put haptic touch everything on the steering wheel, and it is genuinely one of the most frustrating interfaces in modern cars. Turning on your headlights should not require a tutorial. Also, Ferrari ownership comes with Ferrari service costs and Ferrari attitude. A tier on the car, minus half a grade on the ecosystem. Call it A-, which rounds to A tier. It stays. The Acura NSX, the forgotten one. The second-gen NSX is a hybrid, all-wheel drive, twin-turbo supercar built with Honda engineering standards, and nobody bought it. Which is insane, because as a daily, it might be top 3. It starts silently on electric power, so you can leave your neighborhood at 6 a.m. without declaring war. It's smooth in traffic because the hybrid system fills all the gaps. It's built like a Honda, meaning it just works forever. The problems: the interior had a Honda parts bin infotainment that felt cheap for the price. The trunk gets hot enough to cook groceries. Literally, don't put chocolate back there. And the badge doesn't excite people. But you're not buying a badge, you're buying a life. A tier. Underrated forever. Aston Martin Vantage. Beautiful. Sounds incredible with that AMG V8. And it's fine. The Vantage is the car you buy with your heart and then quietly develop a complicated relationship with. The infotainment for years was old Mercedes hand-me-downs. Build quality is charming, which is British for inconsistent. The ride is firmer than the grand touring image suggests. It's not unreliable exactly, but it's needy. It's a car that texts you, "We need to talk." C tier as a daily, a tier as a weekend affair. Know what you're signing up for. Now, the Nissan GTR. Hold on, I hear you. That's not a supercar. It has supercar performance, supercar price when new, and it beat actual supercars around tracks for a decade. It counts. And as a daily, here's the honest truth. It's a mixed bag with a legendary reputation. Yes, it has real back seats and a real trunk. Yes, it's all-wheel drive and unstoppable in weather, but the transmission clunks and whines at low speed like a farm implement. The ride on older ones is punishing, and the interior aged like milk. It's a tank you can live with, not a luxury you enjoy. B tier. The people's champion. Flaws. And all. Chevrolet Corvette C8 Z06. And honestly, the whole C8 family. This is the value bomb of the entire list. Mid-engine, flat-plane crank V8 in the Z06 that screams to 8,600 revolutions per minute. And it costs a fraction of everything else here. 2 trunks. 2. Front and rear. You can do a legitimate grocery run. The ride in touring mode is soft. GM parts and service are everywhere. No flying a technician in from Italy. The interior has that weird wall of buttons, and the badge doesn't get you a table at the restaurant, but as a machine you live with? Ridiculous. The standard C8 might be the smartest daily on this list. S tier for value, A tier overall. I'm putting it A tier, and if your budget is real world, mentally promote it. Ferrari 296 GTB. The hybrid V6 Ferrari. And before the purists riot, it's brilliant. Electric-only mode for sneaking around town. Monster performance when you want it. And it's more livable than the mid-engine Ferraris before it. But it's still a low, wide, expensive Italian exotic with those cursed touch controls and a service schedule that assumes you have a relationship with your dealer. B-tier daily. The tech makes city driving easier. Everything else about Ferrari ownership stays hard. Mercedes-AMG GT, the old one, the long hood coupe. Sounds like thunder, looks fantastic, and driving it daily is like walking a very strong dog that hasn't been trained. The hood is 9 miles long, you sit basically on the rear axle, and parking it requires faith. The new one softened up and got back seats, which genuinely fixes a lot. Old GT C tier, new GT B tier. Mercedes reliability and dealer network do carry real weight here. Lamborghini Urus, no, we're not doing SUVs. That's cheating and you know it. Moving on. Maserati MC20. Stunning. Carbon tub, butterfly doors, a twin-turbo V6 with genuinely exotic tech. And I want to love it. But butterfly doors in a parking garage are a lifestyle problem. The visibility is rough, storage is nearly non-existent, and it's a Maserati, which means the dealer network is thin and the depreciation is a cliff. As a daily, D tier. As a piece of design, beautiful. Some cars are meant to be visited, not lived with. Audi RS E-tron GT, the electric wildcard. Some of you will say it's not a supercar. It has supercar acceleration, supercar price, supercar presence, and as a daily, electric changes the math completely. No cold starts, no oil changes, silent commuting, one-pedal traffic driving, preheated cabin in winter. If you have home charging, this thing is friction-free in a way nothing gas-powered here can touch. The catch: road trips need planning, and it doesn't sound like anything, which for some of you defeats the entire point. A tier for the daily mission specifically. Your heart may disagree, and that's allowed. Now let's talk F tier, because you've been waiting. The Lotus Emira. Wait, no. Actually, the Emira is decent. That's not it. F tier belongs to anything Italian and old that YouTube convinced you is attainable. The used Ferrari F430 with no service records. The Gallardo with the e-gear transmission that costs a Honda Civic to replace when the clutch grenades. The Maserati Gran Turismo at 30 grand. That's 30 grand because everyone before you knew something you're about to find out. These cars are traps. The purchase price is the ticket, not the ride. If a supercar costs less than a new Camry, the difference is deferred maintenance, and it's coming for you. F tier. Not because they're bad cars, because dailying them is financial self-harm. And one more. The McLaren MP412C, an early 6.5 OS. Same story. Older McLaren hydraulics plus age equals a hobby, not a commute. F tier for daily use, respect for everything else. So let's recap the board. S tier, Porsche 911, Turbo S, alone at the top, because of course it is. A tier, Audi R8, Acura NSX, Corvette C8, Ferrari Roma, and the RS E-tron GT if you've got a charger at home. B tier, McLaren 720S, Huracan, GTR, Ferrari 296, new AMG GT. C tier, Vantage, old AMG GT, cars you'll love and occasionally resent. D tier, MC20, gorgeous and impractical. F tier, every cheap old exotic that's cheap for a reason. Here's the real takeaway. The best everyday supercar isn't the fastest one or the loudest one. It's the one you actually drive. A garage queen with 400 miles a year isn't a car, it's furniture. The 911 Turbo S wins because it deletes every excuse, weather, comfort, reliability, practicality, until the only question left is, do I want to drive today? And the answer is always yes. Now here's where I need you. What did I get wrong? Because somebody in the comments is already typing, the GTR deserves a tier in all caps, and somebody else is defending their Vantage like I insulted their family. Good. Drop your daily supercar pick below. Bonus points if you actually own one and can tell me what it's really like at 7 a.m. in the rain. If this helped, or at least entertained you, hit like and subscribe, because next time we're ranking the worst depreciation disasters you can buy right now. The cars that lost 6 figures so you don't have to. You do not want to miss that one. See you there.